the Xayah last game, but other than that, his role on the team is pretty set. He's chilling.
And J-Team also banned the Singe, and there's the Camille that you were talking about. RRQ seems to prioritize the Camille again. Didn't really work out the first game, but it may work out this game. The idea is always good with Camille, right? You engage, you turret dive, you follow up with that, but the question is RRQ going to be able to draft an aggressive enough composition to follow that through?
We'll have to see. I think Ziggs is still a possibility here. Varus is still a possibility here. Wow, look at the inside.
There's a Kha'Zix picked away from Chaz as well.
Man, the Chazix is gone. And it seems like J-Team are the team this time that goes in on the aggression. Both of these champions do have scaling potential, but Kha'Zix, the level 5, level 6 timings, that's when you really get to start making plays around the map.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they have planned for Chaz this time. But I think they probably should have anticipated that, that they would have said goodbye to the Kha'Zix.
Yeah,
What's your answer here?
Oh, there's a Jax.
Okay, so RRQ are playing scaling.
But that's a bit dangerous when you're up against Cherry on that Kha'Zix, because the matchup between Kha'Zix and Jax is Jax outskills Kha'Zix. But if Kha'Zix is aggressive, he can absolutely dominate Jax in the jungle with invades and everything like that. And that's a Gragas pick from RRQ as well, which is going to probably be just to push away the Riven and the Kha'Zix from their lineup.
The question now is also, what other picks do you play around the Kha'Zix to facilitate him? Shen's an option, Galio's an option. Yeah, we could see any of these come out. But another thing that has me a bit concerned right now is Devil J then likely is playing this Camille into Riven matchup against Dawn, right? Sure, Pawn might play Riven mid, it's still a flex. But if you're playing this, Devil J has been one of the weaker points on the team at times, right? So it's a bit scary to me to see him put in such a high pressure situation.
And right now we're seeing the Jace come in for the side of J-Team. This was a pick that was not exactly to your liking on the side of RRQ. On the side of J-Team though, are they saying basically, no, this is,
well, they're all
this is how you're going to play.
Right? They see the Jax and they said, okay, it's our turn to bust open the early game. We will fight fire with fire here.
And it's going to be interesting to see how J-Team does that, right? RRQ bans away the Ziggs as well. Not quite sure why they would ban away a Ziggs. I mean, the composition of RRQ is actually able to deal with that Ziggs, as they have a Gragas, as they have a Camille, and even a Jax. These are all champions that can deal with that.
I think the wave clear is probably the most annoying thing for them, right?
Yeah, and J-Team banned away the Varus as well. You were talking about it. Marky is not going to be able to play the Varus, not going to be able to play the Ziggs, and then Corki gets banned as well. So the question is, what the hell is Marky going to be playing now?
So RRQ are afraid of the double poke potential here, right? So they want to get rid of that, as well as the Vorpal spikes from the Kha'Zix. They want to get rid of being potentially outranged here. That's good. That's gone. But yeah, that's the right question. What is Marky gonna play? Xayah again? I don't think this is the best angle for Xayah. Kha'Zix can come in, force you to the skies, like
Orianna.
Nothing. Okay, this is interesting. I think it's a good pick.
It skills very well into the late game. You have that early game composition of J-Team, but now they picked up that Orianna, who skills incredibly well into the late game. Orianna also does so well into those champions that RRQ has picked right now, because she can just maintain a distance, slow the Jax with her second ability, and not allow him to engage in a composition, meanwhile doing a load of damage. So RRQ has to pick champions that can deal with that Orianna. There it is! I love that! I love the Lux, because this is one of those champions that could catch out the Orianna and just absolutely one-shot her.
Yeah, very long range here as well, right? You're kind of answering them back. And even though you have no enchanters, no true enchanters to buff your Jax, to buff your Camille, Lux shielding will kind of fill in a pseudo enchanter role here. What's the pick for Helios? I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Gragas.
How about Ashe? Are we going to see an Ashe?
Ari Flash, right? I don't think it's a Helios.
It's an Ari.
Helios.
And I like that as well.
That's a Helios pick. Big catch potential right now from RRQ, right? You get the light binding, you get the charm, and if either one of those spells connect, you chain it, you chain that into a Gragas knockback, and you can just run over J-Team. That's the idea here.
Well, Omo, let me know. Is there hope?
I think it's a good
There's
draw.
always hope. I know there's always hope. There's always hope. And we really do have to give it up, of course, to the support team of RRQ as well. The brains behind all of this, basically setting everything up for his team and telling them go. But both coaches, even on the side of J-Team, you can see them over there just hyping up their team as well. And Kaigu just stepping off to the stage to give that fist bump over to the other side. And that means our game is set. And Jim.
We're into it. Riku, 1-1 on the scoreboard, and the potential for RRQ to give the WRL their first series loss at all of Icons. Game 2 debuff, maybe too real now for these WRL teams, and draft-wise, analysts are favoring RRQ. What are your thoughts?
Number 1, Helios on this Ahri. One of the most banned champions back in the WCSPH, aside from the Zed, is the Ahri. Tons of respect. The way that he maneuvers around fights, especially Dragon and Rift Herald, he finds flanks, he finds an angle to get the most deadly charm ever. And that's what I think That's the reason why I'm very confident with this RRQ for game number 3.
Insane pick potential out of this composition, and not too bad of team fighting either when you factor in Exosin on the Gragas, Chaz on the Jax, who I still think can do very well, especially against these comps that are more single damage focused from J-Team. Barry's really the only like big AoE in a team fight, and then Galio ult on top of that. But Galio's not packing as much damage as something like that Shockwave. It's definitely possible, but it's going to come down to execution, as all games do. So, from J-Team's side, I'm looking at them, okay, already losing the Baron lane trade, but I'm looking at the way that they usually play and the way that they usually win, and Cherry on the Kha'Zix is kind of scary for me.
Oh, for sure, right? Kha'Zix is one of the best picks in the WRL right now. One of the most popular. And I think the difference in configuration now for J-Team is that usually it's just the two being carries for either Pen or Dawn paired with Cherry.
Look at this. Devil J. Okay, no, never mind. I thought he was in trouble. Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat right now, Riku.
I'm glad Devil J held on to his flash, held on to his hook shot, because we all know the deadly level 3, level 4 on red. When you're up against red side, you know that Cherry's gonna visit you, gonna dive you, and basically gonna kill you. So I like the restraint from Devil J. But going back, J-Team has a different configuration. Both Pan and Dawn are both uncarry champions. Basically, this means that anyone from both of these three can take over, can be scary.
Oh, flash engage from Exosin on the Barry, exhaust immediately onto Marky though, and DY's actually doing a lot of damage right now. That's Ignite down, exhaust traded back, but I think DY actually got baited into it, has to flash away, but Cherry joins in. I believe he got the first kill. Actually, yeah, it popped up first. Cherry gets first blood and a double kill.
And just as we said, anyone can pop off, and right now Cherry getting 2-0 at this stage of the game. That is dangerous. We already saw Chaz getting early kills, and we saw how that happened. Feel like J-Team is a team, when they get the early lead, they accelerate it twice as fast.
1,000 gold lead already for J-Team, and it's terrifying for all the reasons you just said, Riku. They will push this for more as we get a replay. Really well done by DY.
Yeah, he was able to get the taunt for both Marky and Exosen, preventing any further auto attacks to land, finish the job. And the best part is Cherry was nearby to clean up Slate. While the fact that, while DY fell through battle, it's still all worth. Cherry was able to get 2-0 on that one.
And the fact that Cherry doesn't touch the wave and just walks away means that it's frozen on J-Team's side. Really, really punishing for Marky and Exosin now. We're going to have to try and push that in, get it to crash. And Dawn was actually able to go for a reset. Was down in gold, and as Devil J catches this wave, should be fine, but actually finds himself still ahead. So J-Team, just at the drop of a hat, in the early game, find a gold lead.
And this is terrifying because Cherry can transition that lead further by doing this, invading the jungle, diving. But I like this. Look at this rotation, though.
Cherry doesn't know. He's got no vision.
There it is.
And Exosin is right there. Everything thrown to guarantee Cherry does not get out. RRQ find a pick.
And the best thing was Chaz that is able to get that kill. So that's going to help equalize things for both of this jungle matchup.
Chaz with gold, good.
Yes.
RRQ fans, happy with that play right there. It doesn't give them a gold lead, but it puts them back within striking distance now as the objectives are spawning. 5 seconds till they're up. Dawn taking some turret damage.
That's not what you want.
What was that play, Dawn?
Chaz is going to meet him.
You have Flash, has to, but Chaz is right back over the wall, and he takes the kill. Chaz capitalizing on Dawn, and they have backup. RRQ pick 2.
There's more. They can get more.
Okay, they're flashing for it, but DY flashes as well.
Chaz is so low, though. This could be dangerous.
Barry, if you can find a shockwave, this could turn the play. And okay, there we go. Lands. And first turret to Dawn. J-Team, even when they're losing members, they're still getting a gold lead.
Yeah, they had to back away. That shockwave was enough for RRQ to respect that their health bars are not healthy enough to fight this.
Ooh, that was big for Marky. Jerry did not expect that look. Finding a land. This could be huge. If Dawn goes down, DY doesn't have an ignite on him. He's not ticking down. Dawn and Sherry They're in the pit right now. Marky as well, but that's a Lux. Doesn't have flash anymore, but nobody goes on to Marky. Devil J now walks forward. And I didn't see who got the Herald because I was watching the health bars.
J-Team got the Herald.
They got the Herald. That's big for J-Team.
Cherry, or the rest of the members of J-Team, was able to zone away a lot of RRQ. There was a lot of respect to the potential lockdown. You saw that Dawn was still super low. They were afraid for a potential outplay. Therefore, that's the reason why they backed away, and J-Team got that Herald.
It's just crazy that Marky was able to survive that. I mean, he just walked up, flashed away, and not punished, but J-Team, this is the punish they do. It's not always about the kills. It's not always about the big flashy plays. It is objectives. It's playing the map. They get the turret bot. They get the Herald. Now they secure the Dragon.
Yeah, they got to get this tower down to even up the map score, but
DY coming up here. Devil J runs away. Barry has the shockwave.
You gotta run away.
And with exhaust use, you don't even need it. That is a kill picked up for Pan.
Nicely done again from J-Team. We talked about the defense and offense of the WRL teams. Even if you want to take something back, they will defend that and take that opportunity away from you. Look at this potential collapse, though.
Exosin could be in trouble. Dawn goes in onto 3. Big knockups, but the final spark! Massive from Marky.
There's a charge.
Shockwave landed on the multiple, but RRQ survive.
I swear, RRQ is able to get a kill off of Dawn, but guess what? Tower's gone to top side. Rift Herald charge in the middle. Basically, all J-Team has to do, distract RRQ far away from the mid lane, and then they open up the map even more.
Welcome to the WRL meta. They will push you to your limit. They will make you work for every inch, and they will get twice as much while you're struggling.
This is scary from Devil J. If he pushes forward, well, there is a ward there, so he is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spots off the recalls. Thought he might have wanted to go for that 1v1, but Pan is quite fed. As Devil J sitting at 6K, Pan 7,500 spent. That's 2 items already on this Jace.
And right now, it is just a 1K gold deficit at 8 minutes. This is the best game state for RRQ. Because, take note, they have that late game. Chaz and Devil J are going to scale. They're going to 1-3-1 you.
I can hear that in your voice.
Woo!
And it's working. RRQ get a pick. Again, the shockwave lands. Look at the side lanes, though. These picks don't mean much.
Yeah.
It's cool that they get that gold, but that's the only gold they're getting. They're losing the pressure in the side lanes.
Yeah, that's why they cannot take their time.
They lose blue buff.
They lose blue buff. We'll see, though.
Oh, no, they don't. No, they don't. Devil J says, I will defend this. Get out of here, J-Team.
Gotta love that aggressive play from Devil J, even using a flash to prevent resources going onto the side of J-Team. And right now, we talked about the 1-3-1. I'm not seeing a single hull breaker just yet on the inventory of RRQ, so they're gonna prioritize them clumping up together, fighting, getting a pick. Then later, they're gonna pivot into hull breakers to match John and Pan, most likely in that 1-3-1 as well.
This is a game where, as I said, I expect Devil J to go second item hull breaker. Already grabs it. Good call, Riku.
They need to.
That means RRQ can now start to answer the side lane push of JT a little bit better.
It's gonna be difficult though, with Pan having that gold lead versus Devil J, but as long as you have Hexic Ultimatum, it's gonna be very doable. Now, second Rift Herald. I wanna watch where Helios is gonna be positioned. Remember, key charms, gonna be very reliant on him getting that angle.
And this time, J-Team, they're set up at the Herald, but it's actually RRQ playing the map. They have Devil J, just completed Hullbreaker. Well, this is amazing. He can look to take a turret for himself. We always say, what does a Herald give you? A turret. Well, what does a turret give you? A turret.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same trade.
Yes, that's true, that's true. And all they have to do is try and defend once this Rift Herald is released. But we all know, mid lane's gonna fall. This could be a collapse. Prevent that second charge on your mid lane tower, and you are fine.
Yeah, and they have the range. I think that with Gragas, with Lux, and Helios backing on the Ahri, yeah, they can easily clear that out.
This is still a very good game for RRQ. Again, Shaz is going to be scary in the late game.
Back to even gold?
Yep, that's even gold. As long as you do not stray away from what the 3K gold deficit curse that we keep seeing from every single WRL team series, rather.
the way I see it going, outside of curses, let's not talk about curses.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, of course.
J-Team, their win condition right now is Pan. It's the side lane. It's playing this style with the Assassin, with the Galio ult. Let Pan get advantages for you and either back him up if collapses happen, or ideally cause chaos so that he can just make things happen. He is the gold lead. I mean, I guess there is no gold lead, but he is their gold
he
right
is their
now.
gold, yeah,
and
basically.
For RRQ, it's be the pick comp, be the Lux Ahri comp that can just find people.
The thing is, once the 131 is activated, there is that final spark that is able to burst these targets. Remember, J-Team's composition, except for DY, very, very squishy.
Also can clear waves. Like the final spark can also be used to prevent the push. So I do also favor RRQ in this current map state. They're on the inside track for the Dragon. It will be J-Team approaching. They don't have wards down. Exosim's here. DY's walking forward, trying to be the engage. Now watch for Helios! Big flank, but it doesn't land on the key targets, but it doesn't matter. Dawn's down! Shockwave on the 3! J-Team! Massive engage from Barry! Single-handedly carried that fight, and it's Jerry with the triple kill afterwards. Exosin will trade one back, but Pan has the damage! That's a Prime Gaming ace set up by the Orianna Shockwave!
What was that, Barry? Everyone was pretty much caught up on that one. Let's take a look at that again. Helios had a massive charm, but it felt like Dawn took the hit instead. He dashed forward as soon as the Spirit Rush flash came in, and it was so worth. That was a yummy Shockwave again. And it was basically Cherry's job to finish all of these low health targets.
And Cherry knew exactly what to do. He didn't go into the pit. He stayed on the backside of the wall. That's their only escape path. Well, they're jumping right in to the bug's nest, into the spider's web. I don't know the lore of Kha'Zix, what kind of, if he's a bug or an arachnid, but either way, some kind of mantis.
Yep.
Helios doing the damage there, but that burst from Pan as well. The Shockwave was the big moment, but Pan doing so much damage in that fight. And now J-Team, oh, they are hunting, looking for another play.
There is still, again, Cherry's going to be the biggest problem right now. He got a triple kill, and Pan as well. Both of these two. And the Shockwave is, if we're reaching that 15-minute mark soon, this is the time the Shockwave is going to hurt. This is the time items are going to be completed. And Barry has a lot of punching power. The fact that everyone from RRQ is squishy, no one's a tank except for Exosen. And that means it's just, once you eat that Shockwave, it's a goner. Cherry is going to pick you up on you one by one. I was trying to make a Cherry pun, but never mind. Abandon ship.
I'm trying to think, what's that thing you do where you like pull out the stem? Whatever.
Yeah.
J-Team, they have the combo if they can pull off this big Orianna Shockwave. No surprise, WRL teams, they're all going the 4 stasis enchants. RRQ, they haven't gotten them yet. I think that's the way to answer this. Go for stasis on Marky Helios. It's great against the Assassin.
Yes.
And it's great if you see that Shockwave animation, boom!
Yep.
Hit it as quickly as you can and try and dodge out.
Exactly, right? It's so easy with a 4 stasis enchant that Devil J has to pick, wait, who am I gonna Hexic Ultimatum?
Yep.
Because if I Hexic Ultimatum them, that's just gonna get canceled by the Hourglass with the animation. So right now, this is a really good choice for J-Team.
Exosin, tanky front line, but not tanky enough. J-Team picking up a straggler in the mid lane.
That was a really nice pick. 38 seconds on the clock, no support, no disengage. That means they can set up bait for this Baron. RRQ is going to be forced to face check.
But they're looking for the Death Brush. If Helios isn't picked here,
Whoa!
Helios! Oh, it looked really cool. The flash charm. I don't think he was expecting 3 members right there. I was looking at the side lane though, because Devil J's taking the 1v1. Has the teleport from Chaz. This could be huge. Stasis from both underneath the turret. Dawn's out. No! Devil J follows up. I don't know if he wanted that though. Didn't quite have the damage he needed. And that's Baron, started by J-Team. They're gonna burst this down.
This is the choice. This is the choice they made. They teleported at bot lane instead. Trying to get a steal on towards the Baron. They wanted to win that 1v2.
Yeah, Devil J, he almost had it. He almost had the play. But the teleport from Chaz, instead of going to the Baron to contest, that might have been the game-deciding play right there, because J-Team now have a 3,000 gold lead. Getting the Baron is going to be huge for their composition.
Remember what we said earlier, Kangas. The defense and offense of these WRL teams, J-Team, they prevented that tower from falling. Dawn prevented his death. They get the Baron. RRQ doesn't get anything, and now they have to defend from this Baron push.
Oftentimes, Wild Rift is a game decided by one play. And if you are the benefactor of it, you can close out games. Let's see how J-Team try to do it right now. Baron buffed cannons on the bottom wave.
Helios.
This is a big pick from Helios. Chain the CC. He's got flash. Cherry should get
Nice!
the explosive gas, but they don't even get the Guardian Angel. DY with the re-engage. Pan over top. Dawn and Barrier here. They have not used Shockwave yet. Does RRQ know?
Teleport.
Do they know to watch out for the Orianna Shockwave teleport from Cherry? J-Team are right back on the siege. RRQ, they don't have Helios, and they're gonna lose their bottom inhibitor. This could be the game-ending push, the series-ending push to qualify J-Team into the knockout stage. Do they want to go for the end? They have the Baron-empowered minions. They can push through mid.
Yeah, it's still there. The buff is still there. They're removing every single thing away from RRQ, removing their defenses, and now this is a very hard game to get back into. Chaz is so low.
Oh, Cherry!
The burn?
That is insane! The Kha'Zix burst is unheard of, and the shockwave onto RRQ 2. I think it's just the game-ending push. Yeah, we're right back into it. And like I had already said, it's that easy for J-Team. RRQ cannot defend against the super minions, and J-Team advanced to the knockout stage.
There we go. J-Team again, despite that 2-1 series. Helios is
I don't know what's going on here.
Helios is giggling.
Best, I mean, I'm not even going to guess what the reason for the pause was. Maybe Analyst Jessica has more information. All we can talk about is how strong J-Team looked, but still, how close this second series was. This is the level of competition that we were hoping to see between SEA and China.
Yeah, even though let's just say it's WRL and then the rest, there's a big, big gap.
Yeah.
But these games being taken out within the series is a sign that there is still hope.